Right then, everyone. So we've just got back to the hotel after the press conference where we found out that Daniel Dubois pulled out of the Joseph Parker fight due to illness, apparently. But yeah, very unfortunate stuff. But I'm happy though because they pulled off a massive replacement in Martin Bakole. Joseph Parker versus Martin Bakole will happen this Saturday on the biggest card of the century. We can still call it that 100%. We can. Parker and Bakole it's a huge fight, and in my opinion, it could even potentially be an overall better stylistic matchup than Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois. We arguably could actually have a better fight on our hands here, to be honest with you. And also, a good thing about heavyweights is that you don't need to make a set weight. It's much easier, to be in the shape that you want to be in as a heavyweight. So that's the big positive about this fight, without a shadow of a doubt. It is. Can Martin Bakole beat Joseph Parker? Without a shadow of a doubt, he can. He's got a style that is very difficult for a lot of fighters. I mean, am I fully 100% sold on Martin Bakole as of now? No, but I mean, fair play to Martin Bakole for stepping in for this fight and, backing up his words, saying that, he'd fight anywhere, someone anytime, anywhere, any place. So, I think it is certainly going to be an interesting fight, in my opinion. He's probably going to be on this play now, jetting him off to Saudi Arabia straight away, of course, because weigh in tomorrow, it's like 48 hours notice for Martin Bakole to fight Joseph Parker in the biggest fight of his career by a country mile. If Martin Bakole wins this, I'm not going to lie, I think we all need people who are doubting Martin Bakole, such as myself, need to stop doubting him because he would have came in on 48 hours notice and been able to pull it off and beat Parker. Do I think it will happen? No. I think Parker's going to win this fight. I think Parker's going to be able to outsmart Martin Bakole. But either way, though, Bakole will be able to cause him problems. He's got a style to cause Joseph Parker problems 100%. If Bakole gets to where he wants to be and can get up close to Parker, land some, good uppercuts, land some good short hooks in there as well. He's a very strong guy, Martin Bakole, and he's going to look to go in there and try and bully Parker. And I think Bakole might go in there and try and bulldoze Parker out today because I think we all know, um, you know, Joseph Parker's going to be able to keep up a good pace and he's going to have much better stamina than what Martin Bakole has. But Bacole's power, it's different. I think Bacole's power is underrated, but I think Bacole's skill level, from what many people are calling it, I think is a bit overrated by some. And I think Parker is going to be good enough to go in there and outsmart Bacole. Um, is it a tougher fight than Daniel Dubois for Joseph Parker? I mean, from the circumstances that this is in, yes, it is a tougher fight for Joseph Parker due to in taking this fight on 48 hours notice. You've got to respect both guys massively. Like, you're not going to see many people want to fight Martin Bakole on, well, someone like Martin Bakole, who, people don't even fully know how good he is and what level Bakole is actually fully at. And, you're not going to see many people do that now, to be completely honest with you. So fair play to Parker, but you're also not going to see many people step up and want to fight Joseph Parker. So again, respect. Obviously, the money was involved in all of it, but no matter what, Martin Bakole, people know him as the world champion of sparring, but if he can beat Joseph Parker, he's really, proving a point that, he can challenge for a world title if he can get a win over Parker. But I think Parker's going to be too good. I think Parker's movement's too good. And I think stylistically as well, though, Parker was preparing for an explosive power puncher in Daniel Dubois anyway. So I feel like Parker is going to be more ready than Bakole. Parker was in an actual intense camp. Bakole was obviously scheduled to fight F.A. Ajaba in May, and F.A. Ajaba is pretty different to what Joseph Parker is style wise. So, Bakole's got more to adjust to. But either way, though, I feel like, you know, although Bakole talks a lot, I feel like he's gained a lot of people's respect for taking this fight against Parker. And I feel like, if we're being real, Bakone hasn't really got too much to lose, if I'm being honest here, because, the guy stepped in on a 48 hours notice. he should be the underdog in this fight. Like he should be. He shouldn't win this fight because he hasn't been in a full intense camp. Because he was meant to fight in May. That's like 2.5 months away from now. So it's like he is Bakole fully in shape? Is he ready? I mean, as I said earlier, though, it is easier for a heavyweight than it is for the lighter weights to be in the shape that you want to be in. But I feel like Bakole's style is good anyway to be able to step in at any time because the strength from Bakole is always going to be there. He relies on his strength a lot. Bakole also relies on his power a lot, and that's always going to be there no matter what. If but if it was Joseph Parker and it was the other way around, and Joseph Parker was in the situation Bakole was in, and Parker hadn't gone through the camp that he has done, you'd be thinking about Parker's style. Oh, will his movement be the same? But as Parker's gone through a camp, it's all confidence for him because he's gonna be sharp. He was sharp at that public workout, so that's all good to see. I feel like this. I feel like it is a good stylistic matchup for Parker to adjust to, 100%. I expect him to win. I expect him to be good behind the jab, but I mean, let's see what Bakole's power really is like, though. Let's see how good Martin Bakole really is, because obviously, I think a lot of us questioned him, and still are questioning him after the fact that he lost to Michael Hunter. Like, no matter what people say about Bakole being injured, he was still getting outboxed by Hunter. He got stopped in the end. Can Parker stop Bakole? No, I don't think he will. Can he outbox him? Will he outbox him? Yes, I think he will. Um, but yeah, I think this is a really interesting fight, and arguably, actually, people won't like me saying it, but yeah, arguably, stylistically, a better fight than what Parker and Dubois was. I'm really hyped for this, though. I'm actually really hyped for this fight, and there's been a lot going on this whole fight week with Schofield pulling out, Dubois pulling out. But I feel like the step in for Martin Bakole in 48 hours notice, it's something different if we're being honest, and it honestly saves the show. Like if Parker wasn't fighting at this event, like we wouldn't be able to call this a the biggest card of all time in my opinion. I mean, it would still be up there, but it wouldn't be the card of the century or anything like that. But as Bakole stepped in, it really does make something special. Will the styles gel from Bakole and Parker though? That's something I'm thinking, and I think they will. I mean, as I said, this is arguably a better matchup than Parker and Dubois. I'm actually not sure if it is for the belt, but I said in my video I made about Dubois, I feel like they should have stripped Dubois and made this the world title fight because Parker's got this, Bakole's high up in the IBF. It deserves all the right to be the world title fight, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. But yeah, we've got this fight. It's a huge heavyweight. It's a huge heavyweight fight. Absolute barnstormer. Can't wait. Fair play to both Parker and Bakole.